Hey humans, welcome back to what many people are calling the greatest educational series ever created. I know what you're saying. Mr. Wes, it's been way too long. Are you okay? Well, full disclosure, I had a little injury. I was out using the chainsaw cutting down some trees and I got some debris in my eye. Note to self, and you, always wear eye protection when using the old chainsaw, or any power equipment for that matter. But anyway, for about a week and a half, I couldn't even open this eye. It was watering, didn't look good. And I was gonna wear like an eye patch, I thought, but I had given up pirating for Lent, and my whole pirate uniform I gave to a charity in Somalia, so no more. But anyway, note to self, always keep the pirating gear. And then, there was also that haircut thing, and I've always been a believer that, there's no such thing as a bad haircut because, I don't know, kind of blends back together. Well, let's just say my barber said oops 4 times, and apparently that means something. But I'm okay now, and I'm glad to be back. And now this brings us to our most popular segment of our program. Lexicon. I know what you're saying, Mr. Wes, how do you choose the words for lexicon? Well, I really don't know. Because I don't know which words are the most important. And I suppose that's kind of up to you and what you're interested in. And so as your interests lead you in your learning, you are going to be learning new words and therefore adding to your lexicon. And today's word that I have chosen at random from the many words I could have is ubiquitous. Now don't be afraid, it's a big word, starts with a U. But ubiquitous just means that it exists or it is all around us. And the thing is, for example, words are ubiquitous. And the opportunity to learn new words is ubiquitous. So it's all around us, people. The opportunity to learn. The opportunity to learn is ubiquitous. I need to write that down. Quote of the day, the opportunity to learn is ubiquitous. Hey, you can start throwing that around, okay? It'll be awesome. Is the plural of ubiquitous ubiquiti? I've gone too far, haven't I? And now I think I need to tie up a few loose ends. I had a segment where I had homeschool homework, real popular. I just want to thank all those people that gave their feedback on that. Incredible. You guys did a great job. And something else I need to tie up. I got a letter from a student right here. Let's see, who was it? Oh, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas, for taking the time to write this wonderful letter. And you wrote that you, in your first video, what many were calling the greatest educational video ever made, that you were going to read a couple sentences from the classic Moby Dick. Hey, wait a minute. I'm a middle school teacher, and I know there's some giggling going on right now. Good one, Thomas. You got me. But anyway, yes, I did make that promise, and if there is one thing Mr. Wes is, it's a keeper of promises. But anyway, so I happen to have it right here. So let's see what we got here. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses and bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet and especially whenever my hypos gets such an upper hand of me that it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off. Then I account it is high time to get to sea as soon as I can. That's 87 words, people. One sentence. Right out of the first paragraph. And there are many, many, many sentences just like that. Basically, this guy gets a little stir crazy and he's ready to go back out to sea, you know. But it took him 87 words to say that. And I know what you're saying, but Mr. West, what was the point of that? Well, I don't know, other than, you know, reading is very important. And there are a lot of really good books out there that have a lot of really powerful messages and great information. Don't waste your time on the classic Moby Dick. That might, Thomas, you got me again. Good one. And one other thing, Thomas, that I've been thinking about, I really miss saying, Thomas, please take your hood off in the building. Every day. Oh, here comes the waterworks. Cut the camera. Okay, people, I'm going to wrap this up now. But I just want to say, I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you're safe. And I know that this is really, really difficult at times. It's not easy for anyone, and time slips away for sure. And for example, the next thing you know, it's been like weeks since your last video, and I apologize. I know many of you count on this as your little lifeline. Well, I'm back. And anyway, be safe out there. Keep washing your hands. Keep taking care of each other. And I want to leave you with this little quote from Carl Sagan again. And I'm going to recommend any Carl Sagan book, by the way. Find a book that Carl Sagan has written, and I guarantee you're going to like it. That's a guarantee from Mr. West. You got it. But anyway, here it is. Carl Sagan wrote this. At the heart of science is an essential balance between two seemingly contradictory attitudes. An openness to new ideas, no matter how bizarre or counterintuitive they may be, and the most ruthless, skeptical scrutiny of all ideas, old and new. This is how deep truths are winnowed from the deep nonsense. So, that's our job, people. Find the truth in all this nonsense. I miss you guys. You're awesome.